Welcome to another night of the unknown. Before we confront the terror that awaits, please like and subscribe. Each of you who engages with these stories helps remind us all that fear is a shared human experience. The door creaked open, inch by inch, revealing nothing but darkness beyond it. I held my breath, my knuckles white from gripping the bat. How long until it finds me? The thought sent a fresh wave of terror through me. My legs felt like lead, rooted to the spot, but my mind screamed at me to move. To do something. The shadow inched closer, pooling into the room like a dark mist. And then something moved in the blackness, a shape, tall and gaunt, stepping slowly into the sliver of moonlight that cut across the floor. Its silhouette was jagged, unnatural, like a figure that didn't quite fit in this world. The air around me turned colder. I could feel it now. Its presence, like a weight in the room, suffocating. I pressed my back harder against the wall, trying to make myself smaller, invisible. But I knew it could sense me. It had to. The thing stood there for what felt like forever, motionless, its head turning slightly as if it was listening. Listening for me. I dared a glance at the door. It was still open, the hallway just a few feet away. If I could make it, if I could just get out. But what if it was faster? I couldn't shake the feeling that if I ran, it would come after me, like a predator who just found its prey. And then it moved. Slowly, deliberately, it turned its head toward me. I couldn't see its face, but I felt its eyes boring into me, cold and hungry. I swallowed hard, my throat dry. This was it. I couldn't hide. I couldn't run. It knew I was there, and it wanted me to feel this fear. I raised the bat, my hands trembling, knowing it wouldn't matter. The figure took a step closer, its movements unnatural, like it was pulling itself toward me rather than walking. The bat felt like a toy in my hands, useless. Then, without warning, it lunged. I swung the bat wildly, more out of desperation than anything else. It connected with something, but the impact felt wrong, like hitting air, like it wasn't really there at all. I stumbled back, my heart slamming in my chest as the figure recoiled, its form flickering, twisting in the shadows. It didn't scream. It didn't make any sound. But the way it moved, the way its shape distorted and contorted, was worse than any noise it could have made. I scrambled toward the door, throwing myself into the hallway. But the moment my feet touched the floor, I felt it, a cold hand gripping my ankle like a vice. I screamed, kicking out, but the grip tightened, dragging me backward toward the darkness. My hands clawed at the floor, nails scraping uselessly against the wood. The cold from its touch seeped into my bones, paralyzing me. For a split second, I thought about giving up, letting it pull me into whatever nightmare it had come from. Was this how it ended? But something inside me snapped. I kicked again, harder this time, my boot connecting with what felt like solid ice. The grip loosened just enough for me to break free, and I scrambled to my feet, sprinting down the hallway. Behind me, I heard it. Those same slow, deliberate footsteps. But this time, they were faster. They were coming for me. I didn't look back. I couldn't. The front door loomed ahead, but my vision blurred with panic. I threw myself at it, hands fumbling with the lock. Come on, come on! I yanked the door open and stumbled outside, the cold night air hitting me like a slap. I didn't stop running until I was halfway down the street, my breath coming in ragged gasps, my legs shaking beneath me. When I finally dared to turn around, the house stood still and silent, bathed in the faint glow of the moon. The door was wide open, but nothing stood in its frame. No figure, no shadow, just the empty, yawning blackness inside. For a long moment, I stood there, trembling, trying to convince myself it was over. But as I backed away slowly, I couldn't shake the feeling that somewhere in that darkness it was still waiting for me. And it wouldn't stop until it had me.